What's up, boys? Apologies for the delay. I didn't even know if I was going to do this stream today. Your boy was not a functional human being this morning. I felt like death warmed over. Pretty sure I got food poisoning, so I really, really wanted to cancel this fucking show and just fucking sleep it off. But the show must go on, so I fucking sacked up. Here I am. I apologize if I sound like shit. I'm fucking exploding from both ends and just I was in a horrible state this morning. So I'm here though. I'm here, and don't get lettuce from the Salisbury University Taco Bell ever. Anyways, what's up, boys? What up, Bo? I know, man, especially not for me. Just got to keep everything in perspective. Hope everybody had a good weekend. You're listening to Just My Two Cents. It is Monday, May 6th, 2024. I hope you're doing well, whatever, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hope you had a good weekend. Start of the new week. Got another fight card coming up this weekend. This is a recap preview show, so I'm going to recap UFC 301. That'll be the first half of the stream. Second half will be previewing UFC St. Louis. So join me, won't you? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash the like button if you like what you hear. Settle in. Spark a bowl. Oh, dude, it's the best. Never goes bad. Always fresh. What's up, Noah? Bo, I need to... Do you want a wrench, Bo? I know some people don't want wrenches, but... Just noticed that you didn't have one, and you've been around for a long fucking time and been supporting this channel. So if you want a wrench, I'll definitely fucking give you one. But I know not everybody, wants or needs one. So anyways, man, hope you're doing well, boys. Speaking of which, shout and salute to the Dome, the greatest group chat in the world. Got a couple of the homies from the Dome in here right now. What up, boys? Another Dome member himself, Aaron the Dog MMA Movie Trivia. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check out his Wednesday UFC breakdown show, 10 p.m. Got another one coming up this week. Make sure you're there. Going to talk more about that man here in a little bit. Well, shout out to my dude Big Show for the overlays and the backgrounds. Basically the production value for this channel. Shout out to the boys at Pub, man. Make sure you download Pub Sports Radio's Locker Room Talk podcast. The newest episode is available everywhere. Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I don't know other things that you can download it on, but if you can, it will be available. So download that latest episode and tune in every Thursday night. It premieres on YouTube, on Pub Sports Radio's YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. Yeah, man. Banger of an episode. This past week was pretty fucking awesome for me. Great week of shows. And big old Saturday night, man. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. Your boy has officially joined Pub, and I made my debut Saturday night. It was a great fucking time. Shout out to everyone that was there in the live chat, everyone on the panel, the whole Pub Sports Radio. Thank you. Very happy to be part of the team. The stream kicked ass. I had a good night. It was just, yeah, your boy was floating on air. I'm going to definitely talk more about that. And yeah, I'm going to get into the UFC 301 recap here very shortly. Like I said, I apologize. This was supposed to be at 5, but if I'm honest, around, late morning, I just thought about canceling it altogether. So I'm glad that I actually, was able to fucking do the stream. No sweat, dude. Are they framing Ryan Garcia? Who knows? I don't know, man. I don't like to be Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. There are certainly shady things that go on. So I'll say this: I wouldn't be surprised. Neither one surprises me. Considering how Ryan was acting and how insane he was behaving, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he was doing that. And then it's just like, I'll be good, man. I'll just fucking cycle up and, microdose right before the fight and I'll be Gucci. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me if they were, the powers that be were trying to fucking, put the fuck to him. Just none of it would really surprise me. So that is my 2 cents on that one. So, yeah, let's get geared up, talk about 301 here, boys. Appreciate it, Bobo. Noah says they are framing Garcia 100%. Matrix attack. It wouldn't shock me. But there's no way that a fucking dumbass like me could ever know that. So I can only give you my speculative opinion. But cheers, boys. I didn't even make it to the fucking dispensary today. We've been, the old lady and I have been like squirreling away like a little, it's like our little stash, our little head stash. Take a little nugget from every, slice I get, store it up. So it came in handy on a day like today. I just couldn't get out of the house, man. I'm on the mend, but talk about a lifesaver. So yeah, I have no idea what is in the binger right now. It is truly like a potpourri of fucking dang weed nugget. So yeah, it's good medicine in any case. So repack this thing real quick. Talk about 301, man. Wild card. Crazy card. It was a great card for me, man. Picks fucking rocked. Made some good bets, actually. Your boy is no fucking whale at all, so it's not like what I ended up making is anything to fucking write home about. But for me, it was just the fucking week I needed. Get back on track. Been up this year the whole time, I'm pretty sure. But I think it might have been my best night of the year. And I think I'm up this year more than I have been so far. Pretty sure. But in any case, man, let's talk about this fucking card. I do have a little bit of crow to eat. A couple bad picks. But for the most part, this shit just fucking rock. I did watch the weigh-ins on Friday. I always say, man, just trust your fucking gut. Looking good or not looking good on the scale, it's not an accurate predictor. It's usually no more than like 50 or 60% either way. Sometimes it'll be 60%, both of them, it's just not an accurate predictor, man. Pantoja looked like shit. He looked terrible, dude. And the best looking fighter on the scales to me was fucking Vitor Petrino. You saw what the fuck happened to him. So, yeah, to me, The weigh-ins are not useless. They're important to see, obviously, like what fights are going to fucking go on. If a fight gets canceled, that's obviously pertinent information. And yeah, if you're wanting to see how a dude sizes up with his opponent, I feel like that's, kind of a useful thing. Sometimes the fucking like the height measurements, like the measurements that they take for these UFC fighters are just like the variance is actually kind of fucking insane with how far off they are. Like Tapology will say the dude's one height. Google will say another. The UFC website will say another. And I'm pretty sure Google just pulls from the UFC website. So man, I don't know, dude. It's yeah. So I'm not saying that you and the weigh-ins are completely useless to watch. They're just not an accurate predictor of who's going to win the fight to me. I've always said that. So, but I have been covering them, at least watching them, and that's my 2 cents on how everyone looked. And yeah, once again, just fighters looking good and getting fucking handled, and then dudes looking like shit and just fucking kicking ass. So here we go, boys. UFC 301 recap. Shout out to the Dome. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Shout out to my homie Aaron the dog. Let's do this shit. UFC 301. Did not have a good start to the card. I was definitely a little bit apprehensive. Like I was a little nervous when I went on Pub, like the first 3 or 4 minutes. A little nervous, but once the fight started, I was like, oh man, this is, it's like Big Show was telling me, man, it's like riding a bike. You never fucking forget. But as excited as I was to be there, and like I was like, okay, I'm getting into this now. The first fight did not go well. So it was like, oh shit. Like that's the fucking way to start the card. Alessandro Costa beat the fucking shit out of Kevin Borjas. It was not even close, dude. This is a perfect example of a fight just not going anything like I thought it would. I thought that Costa would have the grappling advantage. I didn't think that Borjas would just be so fucking soft to the leg kick, man. Not like I could have fucking taken any of those, but Jesus Christ, like it was 2 or 3 leg kicks and he was toast. I mean, it's not like we'd never seen that happen before, but I didn't think it was going to happen here like this. Couldn't stand on his leg, and Costa just pounced on him and just fucking pounded him out. Was over very quickly. Like, yeah, horrible read. I did bet Borjas by KO, so it was just like busted ticket right off the bat. Like, God damn it, this is not a good sign. But actually, yeah, it was kind of a Uno reverse card a little bit for how the rest of the card will go for the most part. Now, yeah, Costa moving forward, I don't know how much that told me about him, and it told me a lot more about Borjas. So, should I blacklist Borjas? I don't know if I'm going to do that, man. Like every time I lose a bet on someone, just totally jump ship on him and be like, nah, you're blacklisted. I'm kind of tempted to just because of how easily he got fucking handled. But nah, man, I guess if he like is going up against someone that's just not a good striker and can't, but I'll tell you what I am going to take very serious note of. That motherfucker does not check leg kicks, and he is so fucking weak to them, man. So that really... Dude, I don't blame you one fucking bit. I'm very tempted to do it myself, but yeah, if he gets some fucking cupcake rebound fight, I don't know, man. I definitely won't be fucking laying any kind of chalk on him. But yeah. Good shit for Alessandro. So I got to eat some crow there right off the bat. Didn't taste too good, but there you go. Good shit. Costa backers. They both look good on the scale. So again, just the better fighter will win is usually how it shakes out. So next fight, Ishmael Bonfim pieces up Vince Pichel. I thought Bonfim might get him out of there, and truthfully, he almost did, man. That's Vince Pichel doing the stanky leg. he's historically been a tough dude, but I said it all week. He really hasn't fought that many dangerous strikers. It's a bunch of jabronis and like well-rounded, like quote unquote MMA fighters. And I know that's what Bonfim is too. And he's well-rounded, but yeah, he's just much better on the feet, much faster. Pichel can take a fucking kicking though, man. He is a tough old fucking billy goat. So I got to give him credit for that. I'm glad I didn't bet Bonfim inside the distance. I considered that. So RIP ITD betters for that one. But yeah, credit to Pichel for hanging tough. But yeah, you can see him doing the fucking stanky shuffle right there. I mean, dude was spending a little bit too much time on Twitter, fucking beefing with Angelo and Jacob from We Want Picks instead of worried about Bonfim. So, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah, good shit from Bonfim. And he was the first leg of my super duper chalky all Brazilian parlay. 3-legger. Bonfim clears the first one without much of a sweat. So, good shit there from Ishmael. Moving forward for him, man, I don't know. Again, kind of like Costa. I don't know how much that told me about Bonfim. I expected him to honestly finish Pichel, and he almost did it. So, yeah, testament to how tough Pichel is. He really is like a durable fighter. But, yeah, moving forward for Bonfim, it'll just be matchup dependent, whether I bet him or not. I doubt he'll be that much of a favorite against a step up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm with you, dude. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. And they've just been doing this with a couple of these guys. Who else they do it to? Bogdan. It's the same shit, just yo-yoing back and forth at level competition. Like, if you way too big of a fucking step up, debut, you get fucking trounced. Okay, we'll give you the fucking layup, Jimmy Flick. Yeah, get fucking expedite him right out of the UFC. And then, okay, who will give you? I mean, Bogdan showed he could do it, but now with Costa, it's like, yeah, I know he can't handle the Amir Albazis of the world, but there's quite a bit of fucking landscape between Borjas and Albazi. So I'm sure, hopefully they just sort it out. I'm like, okay, how about just a normal like step up here and not right back into the top 15 maybe. So yep. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good take. So yeah, man. Dude, the coin has kind of been getting fucked lately. Now, I apologize. Sorry, Big Show. I was hoping there was a way I could put this up and have the background up somehow, but I forgot that the background only pops up if you have more than one person on stream. So yeah, it was not my intention to just, totally take down the Big Show overlays, but yeah, you live and learn. Anyways, and it was also one of those like, oh, this will be cool because you only have 10 avatars. And there was quite a bit that I wanted to, display. So I thought this would be a nice little way to get around it. Anyways, Deone Barbosa, I guess, beats Ernesta. I think you can make a case that Ernesta won that fight. I was watching it live. Like, pretty much everyone saw, I don't want to say everyone saw the same thing. Like, Joey thought Barboza won. Shout out to Joey T. I'm trying to remember who Billy had winning that and Mills, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna cry robbery, but at the same time, dude, I scored that fight live for Ernesta. Have not watched it back, so yeah. I thought Carrot Cake she clearly won the third round. I thought you can make a case, and it was either the first or the second that she did more of the damage. Barbosa was doing a lot of. She did do some threatening, but Ernesta did show good sub defense. So again, man, is it the worst decision in the world? Probably not, but still, dude, coin took a little bit of a hit there, and I think it might have been one of those that Barboza. I don't know if she wins that outside of Rio. Maybe she does, but I thought Carrot Cake did the damage. So just one of those things. I'm kind of thinking so too. I'm gonna say the coin was robbed more so than like the actual thing. All the commentary and fucking Beanie Boy dick riders cry for Urseg. Nobody cares about the women. Yeah, outstruck her 49-22 and had 2 more. Oh, that was the other thing, dude. She kept getting the reversals and ending up on top of her. So I was surprised with the way, and it came down to the second round. Now I'm remembering that. Shout out to Danny. I remember we were talking about that on stream. Yeah. Now, Barboza won the second. It really came down to the second round. Barboza wins the first round. Superior grappling positions, blah, blah, blah. Second round, she wins the first half of the second round. Carrot Cake gets the reversal. And considering that not a ton happened from Barboza damage-wise, I think you can make a pretty decent case that Carrot Cake won the second half of the second round, stole that round. So, yeah, again, not like the worst decision ever, but if it's in Rio, I don't know if Barboza's winning that. I mean, you can see her face right there. She's like, please, God, let me get this. Anyways. Yeah, I thought Carrot Cake punters kind of got screwed on that one. But it is what it is, man. But I'll tell you what, boys, that's the last piece of crow I had to eat. It was smooth sailing from there on out. So let's press forward. Now, I can truly show off that big show production value. Mauricio Rufy just fucking runs through Jamie Mullarkey, dude. Just wrecked him. There were some questions about Rufy going into this, Ruffy, whatever the fuck. He hadn't really fought a super duper high level competition. You know, Mullarkey, for as chinny as he is, does have a good bit of experience. So it was one of those, is Ruffy a fraud? But nah, dude, he fucking smoked Mullarkey. Doesn't, you know, what does that say about Ruffy moving forward? I don't know, man. But yeah, he cleaned up there. And it was actually a pretty good money line now that I think about it. I feel like Rufy was like minus 170 something throughout the week, maybe a little more than that, but a very playable line. And who was it? I'm pretty sure it was Billy. I want to get this right though. Pretty sure Billy had Ruffy in his locker room talk podcast parlay. Pretty sure that was Billy's leg. Make sure about that. Check Twitter right quick. Yes. Ruffy was Billy's leg. So shout out to Billy Briz. Ruffy was the first leg of his parlay. And that one cleared with fucking ease, dude. So good shit, Billy. One of my pub homies. Co-host on the Locker Room Talk podcast. And now a co-host on the live stream. Yeah, you could have made those a little bit steeper and they still would have fought. I mean, you could have made Ruffy minus 300 and he just fucking just hurdles that like it won't nothing. So yeah, indeed, sir. So where are we at now? Next one. Well, I got this prelim builder up here. Nothing. Did Silva get robbed? I don't know. I thought Close just barely nicked that one, but if you told me Silva won based on damage, I don't know how much I could really push back. He almost got close up out of there, dude. He hurt Drakkar really bad. Was the end of the third. So you got to give him that, whichever, I'm pretty sure it was the third. It was either the end of the second or end of the third. Close got flattened. And that you got to give Silva the round for that. The rest of it, it was a lot of grappling control for Close, pushing him up against the fence. Mat returns and shit like that. But yeah, I think I scored it for him. I didn't have much on this, but yeah, shout out to Money Mills, man. I'm pretty sure Close was Mills's leg of the Locker Room Talk podcast parlay. Yep, sure was. Yep, Mills got Close minus 185. Good shit there from Locker Room Talk himself. Or MMA Locker Room, excuse me. Excuse me. Shout out to Mills, man. Mills is a fucking great entertainer, dude. Billy is too, man, but Mills, like, of course, his fucking stream is like almost a minute in front of everybody. So I was like, really, like, I'm watching it live on mine, but I'm really just like listening to Mills, and he just carried it, man. Great fucking energy. Close, like he did, man. I thought Close 1 and 2, but I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you can make a case that Silva stole the second. Yeah, that's why I didn't bet him. He's always been a dude that I kind of look at sideways, like I'm just waiting for something bad to happen. I've kind of seen his ceiling a couple times now, but against Silva, I figured he could take care of him. But dude, Silva has like a really uncanny way of like having really good losses, like looking good in a loss, you know. Well, you fucking almost got Armin up out of there. So, yeah, man. But good shit. Billy and Mills come through on their legs. The parlays, man. Speaking of Pub Sports Radio, check that shit out, boys. If you use any of those books, man, use promo code Pub Sports. My bookie, you get a 100% bet match up to $1,000. Bet online, they'll bet match you up to $100. Prize picks on your first sign up will bet match you up to $50. So yeah, since be pubbing now, boys. And that is a fucking sick prelim builder with them O's colors. Look at that shit. But yeah, appreciate it, show, for the overlays once again. And boys, well then no, that's not gonna, I was gonna say that is the prelims, but there are a couple more few prelim fights. Yep. That dude, and everyone was clowning that too. He just like threw himself right back into like a tighter guillotine, whatever. Dude, what the fuck? Oh man. Any guy with decent footwork or a decent jab takes him out, yeah. I agree, man. He's got a lot of fucking holes. He really does remind me of kind of like he's like another kind of Kevin Lee. He's like a very skilled fighter, very well-rounded, good striking, good grappling. Got a mouthpiece on him, like from Michigan, like, you know, slick talker, but like he's kind of say he's inconsistent. But he got it done, man. In Brazil, over the Brazilian, so can't hate on that. But moving forward, yeah, I will look for any opportunity to fade your car close, I imagine. Anyways, next fight. Make the back Oral B. Oral by. Oral B, whatever you want to call him. Genghis Khan's descendant. This was probably fight of the night, honestly. He defeats Elvis Brenner in fight of the night. Brenner is a dog. I gotta say it, man. Like, no matter how fucked up that dude gets in a fight, he is always live to come back and like turn the tables. He is truly one of those fighters that like, and it's almost like he's more dangerous the more hurt he gets. It's truly like it's a cliche, but that whole like a wounded animal is the most dangerous one. Like that really is Elvis Brenner, dude, because he was in bad fucking shape in a couple spots in that fight and managed to fucking last the whole way through. But dude, Oral B is the fucking real deal. Look how good Brenner's looked. Now, yeah, I thought he robbed Tukagov. But dude, smoking, we didn't smoke Guram, but dude, coming back and knocking Guram out like that. Now, yeah, I think Guram's a little overrated, but he's still a good fighter. That's a great fucking win. So considering the little run that Elvis has been having, yeah, I think you got to say Oral B's the real deal, dude. I mean, I'll give Brenner some praise for sure, but dude, how about this motherfucker, man? Dude, he is going to be a son of a bitch at 55, dude. He can crack on the feet. He's tough, dude. He's got a fucking chin. So you know he's tough. He can go 3 rounds. Like Sambo grappling like a son of a bitch. Dude, he is just like truly from the steps. He embodies that like tough, rugged, just like truly like representative of that fucking region and that style of fighter in the best ways. No, it says Coin was robbed. I'll comment. Oh, sorry, that was before. But yeah, man, he just got the better of him in the grappling. Almost got him out of there a couple times on the feet, dude. So yeah, Oralby, he's gonna spark somebody out because he throws really hard and he hits hard. So yeah, he's gonna start someone out. But yeah, man, I like what I see from him. The Kyrgyzstanian, Kublai and Genghis would both be very proud. I have to imagine. So where are we at, boys? Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this one. Yasamin Lucindo lumps up Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Had her looking like she got her fucking wisdom teeth taken out. Cheeks all fucking swollen, dude. Busted up eye. She fucked her up. Lucindo's only 22, man. She's gonna, she's gonna get better. Imagine her in 5 years. 5 more years of Lucindo getting better. She's gonna be 27, right in like just in her prime. 5 years from now, I'll be fucking halfway to 50. That's just insane, man. Young, promising prospect. Good win there for her. Don't have a ton else to say about it, but yeah, good shit from Yasamin. She covered the line too, I think. I almost bet KK. So glad I didn't. It was tempting just because of her experience and how big of an underdog she was, but that was certainly a fucking trap. Right? Going back and thinking about it, she was probably you could say there was another one coming up. There was a bigger favorite, I'm talking about underdogs. Yeah, I would say she was the biggest underdog trap, probably. Maybe Borjas, but his odds weren't as good. Not nearly. So it just is what it is. Now, Joe Anderson Brito pretty much kicked a fucking pussy hole in Jack Shore's leg. He kicked a vagina into the motherfucker's shin. Pretty much smoked him. Leg kicks and gillies, boys. It was a night of leg kicks and fucking gillies. Shore was checking him too, and he He tore it open on a fucking check. He did he did it right. Like he checked the kick pretty good and just split his fucking leg open, dude. Nasty. Had a fucking puss just right there on his leg. Now, when they washed it off, the hole itself wasn't quite as like big and nasty as it looked, but the whole thing looked ridiculous. I mean, even if they had let it go, you want to talk about a compromised leg? Jesus fucking Christ, that would have been over in short order. But yeah, Joe Anderson gets it done pretty impressively. That you want to talk about a gift line? Good God, Bobo. That one and the Ruffy lines were fucking gifts from the MMA guys. If you parlay Brito and Ruffy, you probably got like plus 200 or something, like something real nice and just easy money. So yeah, shout out to the Brito backers. I picked Brito, so let's fucking go. Oral-B, Caveman, Fight IQ, ref trying to fuck him, almost cost him, just knock him out, stop grappling. Yeah, he does. That is one thing I like to see more of. Just stay on the feet and chin him. He is a dog, man. Leg punch, TKO. Yep. It was nasty, dude. Brito doing some nasty fucking work. Speaking of nasty fucking work. Speaking of just ass whoopings, dude. I thought Kai was going to win, but I thought he was going to coast to a decision. Not just fucking Shadow Realm Paul Craig. That's the one that did it right there. You can see up on the screen, boys. He bounced his head off the top part of the cage there. Bounced Craig's head off the cage, and then he just folded into a heap. Sent Craig to the Shadow Realm for what, like the 4th or 5th time now? And that was one of the more devastating knockouts we've seen from Craig recently. One of the more bad-looking knockout losses. But yeah, Kaio just whooped ass. Pretty fucking not a ton to say about it. Just fucking smoked him. Good win, man. Like, it's funny, dude. Craig is a weird guy to like assess. Just in general, right? Like, he has so many fucking incredibly impressive comeback wins, but then he does have some bad losses. So it's like, he's better than some people give him credit for, but he's not quite as good as some people say. So I'll say Craig is a good fighter, and that's a good win. Some people will really overrate that win, and some people will shit all over it. And I'm not going to do either. I'll meet it halfway and just say that was a good win. That was a good, solid win for Kaio, and it was good that he did it in the way that he did. You know what I'm saying? If he had coasted to a decision, I'd probably be a little like, okay, yeah, I'm still just going to like continue to like not get crazy with Kaio. I did parlay him though. He was the base, man. He like, that was the core of the Locker Room Talk podcast this week was Oral-B and Kaio. They both get the job done. So yeah. Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. Mills, Big Show, Billy, the podcast homies. Good shit. We all gave that one out to the people. YouTube, Big Show. So yeah, man, we were all on top of that. Kaio and Oral-B for minus 172. That is a nasty base. You could have thrown any decent like favorite on top of that and gotten plus money. So yeah, gave that out Thursday. Download the latest episode of Locker Room Talk. That's Pub Sports Radio's podcast. Check it out anywhere. and tune into the premiere Thursday night on Pub. Now, dude, I'm sorry. I got to call some people out. I'm not going to do it by name, but like, I'm calling out anybody that was on eHorror here. You're just a fucking Pereira hater. Because I guarantee you cap this the same fucking way that everyone else does. You don't like Pereira. He fucking burned you on a couple bets. You probably hammered him against Tristan Connolly. Dude, you know what? Just keep doing that. Keep going back and assessing and capping Michel Pereira based on the Tristan Connolly fight. Because there's no way that if you didn't do that, that you would fucking bet Ihor. The dude's a chinny fucking jobber. He has beat no fucking body. And you thought he was going to come in here and do what to Pereira? Do what to fucking 185 Michel Pereira? That motherfucker got smoked and choked. Backed, tapped, and napped. Got sat down by a 1-2. Sat down hard. Almost got knocked out. Now, watching this live, dude, you can see the fucking color run out of my face on stream when they go to review that backflip that almost cost him the fucking fight. Yeah, it's awesome looking, but dude, that's definitely scary because that almost cost him. If that had that would have fucked everything. I had a great night, but that would have just about goddamn ruined it. But he backflips basically into north-south. His shin like hit simultaneously like Ihor's shoulder and like the side of his face. It like brushed the side of his face and his fucking shoulder. So it wasn't a direct hit, and it didn't really like fuck Ihor up to the point where he couldn't continue the fight. Basically, Michel just, backflipped into north-south, jumped on the fucking ghillie, gets the high elbow ghillie standing. Ihor taps, but Michel still got the choke, and by the time he lets go, Ihor had lost consciousness. So when he let him go, it was just like a fucking sack of potatoes, dude. It was basically just like dead weight. It was like however much Ihor weighed that night, like 210. Just 210 pounds of dead weight. He just hit the deck like he was shaking and shit. So yeah, he got the fucking trifecta, and that's what y'all fucking get. Ihor backers, that is karma. That is exactly what you fucking get. Suck fucking crow and keep capping Michel Pereira based on that fuck ass Tristan Connolly fight. Rematch that fucking thing and see what happens. And he was just fucking off in that fight and still almost won it. Hurt Connolly to the body. So yeah, please keep doing that. Just the craziest mental gymnastics I heard this week from people trying to fade Pereira. You're just fucking haters, and that's exactly what you fucking get. Burn all them Ihor tickets. That was the dumbest fucking bet of the week. So yeah, you got what you deserved on that one. Oh yeah. We know who they are, and they know who they are. And that's enough for me. Woo! Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go. This was the one, dude. And there is no place that I would have rather been than debuting on Pub Sports Radio. Make sure y'all go check out the last Pub Sports Radio live UFC betting stream. It just could not have gone any better in this fight. Cash that fucking plus 390. You could have got Smith for better than that, honestly. He was over. It was like plus 410, and I feel like it got over that too. I feel like it was like maybe plus 440. I might be imagining that, but I know it was plus 410 at one point. Dude, I had a dude. This is kind of what I was thinking about Petrino. There were definitely some question marks on Smith, whether he could take the power and shit. But I had a feeling that Petrino was kind of a fucking fraud. That's why this was the first bet that I made. I just didn't think too hard about it. I saw the opening lines pre-flop, and I was like, Smith is that much of a dog against this really largely unproven dude. Just been knocking out and decisioning jabronis. Like, nah, man. I just had to do it. It was a quote unquote system play, I guess you want to say. Like, that's just too much, man. Fair. That's fair. But I mean, you were laying serious chalk for Petrino. Close to minus 500, if not more. Definitely minus 475 was I saw a lot of. So yeah. People had Petrino parlayed the fuck up. So yeah, that was, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Made my fucking night. So yeah, man. Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. Subscribe to Pub. Consider becoming a member. It's only $4.99 a month. Gold membership is only $9.99. Access to exclusive streams and premieres. A lot of good shit, good content. So yeah, man, very, very proud and happy to be part of the Pub team. And that felt good, man. Felt like a little bit of validation. Man, I am so fucking glad that I switched this pick. This is not something I normally do. Is switch picks late. I was on Jonathan Martinez for most of the week until Wednesday night. And this is where I got to shout out my dude Aaron the Dog, and especially Lucky Locks. Shout out to Lucky Locks MMA. Follow him on Twitter. Check him out. I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to his channel. He got me on the Aldo side. He sold me with his breakdown. It was logical. It was sound. It was valid. And I had, like, when it got to that fight Wednesday night, I think Aaron went to me first. And I was even like listening to myself, like, why am I picking Martinez? Like, I don't even believe the shit that I'm saying right now. And then Lucky went next and broke it down. I was like, you know what, dude? Everything he's saying is right. So yeah, check out Lucky Locks MMA. Sharp dude. He was all over Jose Aldo. So glad I switched my pick. And I ended up betting Aldo late. Took a late line on Aldo. Bet him plus 136 live on stream just before the fight started. I think he was up a little higher than that too at one point. But yeah, cash that. I did throw a little something on a hedge before the fight started, like Martinez and Urseg, just in case shit went sideways. But yeah, didn't need to do that. Aldo just cleans up, man. But yeah, this covered a lot of that. Won every round, clear 30-27. Dude. And that, like, Martinez ain't no punk neither. That's 12th ranked Jonathan Martinez. Aldo comes in at 37. Hadn't fought in the UFC for a couple years. Been boxing. Comes back. Tunes Martinez. Clearly wins every round. I mean, that's a storybook. I don't want to say ending, but that's a storybook, like, return, man. The prodigal son returns to Rio. Retains the crown. Good shit, man. Like, and Martinez was busted up after the fight, dude. He was really upset, like crying, and Aldo just couldn't have been more of a gentleman about it. So Jose Aldo is a real one. He's one of those guys. It's like, if you hate Aldo, dude, there really is something wrong with you. Stop it. Get some help. Now, Aldo's not my favorite fighter. There's times where I didn't like Aldo. I was like, oh, dude, he hit Chad Mendez after the bell. That's bullshit. But like, that was fucking years years ago, man. Like, I got my head out of my ass and just realized that Aldo is the fucking man, and he's one of the greatest featherweights ever, and he's just a true fucking embodiment of like a fucking championship level UFC fighter. In every sense, just professional, badass, respectful, but ruthless. Like, he's just, Aldo's the fucking man. Appreciate it. That dude, I'm saying, and I said that a couple times, like, you couldn't finish Turkalj. You couldn't finish Pedro, who was fighting scary as fuck and who is kind of a fragile dude. Like, he's a very injury prone. He's a person that can be broken. And he just, like, Petrino is like, he's that dangerous, but he can't finish Pedro and Turkalj. Like, nah, dude, I don't think so. Let's fucking go. Dude. That's exactly what Lucky said. He's like, where's he? Like, Aldo's better everywhere. Dude, you're right. You're fucking right, dude. Yeah, that's true. I guess so, man. I was looking at it all week and it was like plus 124. I'm like, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pick Martinez and pass like a little pussy. Man. Yeah. Lucky sold me. Yeah, not going to work against Aldo. Now, main event. Pantoja retains. I got to give some credit to Steve Erceg, though. For that being his fourth, it's the dude's fourth fight in the UFC. Not only is he fighting for a title, but it's against Pantoja in fucking Rio. That is a big fucking ass, dude. And he fought his ass off. Erceg was tough. He was game. And this is why I didn't want to get cute with all that fucking nerd shit. All that fucking, Geek Squad, he fixed my computer. It's like, dude, he's a good fighter. And he showed it. And he showed that he deserved the fucking title shot. I thought Pantoja won. I thought it was closer to 49-46 Pantoja. And I think that's what I scored it live. Now, again, I'm a Pantoja stan boy. I had, 2 parlays being anchored by Pantoja. So, yeah, super biased. I was a little worried, though, with the live lines. So, I guess a lot of people had it 2-2 going into the 5th. I thought Pantoja won the first 3 rounds, honestly. I think people gave Erceg rounds for Pantoja bleeding from the elbows. And I think people were like, oh, well, Erceg's doing cleaner work. But, like, just because Pantoja's technique, he's not as, like, technical. Dude, he was landing a lot on Steve Erceg. He outstruck him. Like, just because he's crashing forward and it's not, like, proper, you have a balanced stance and you throw your fucking overhand right just so. It's like, nah, man. He's a wild, violent, chaotic fighter. And he was doing good work. He was cracking Erceg on the feet. Like, yeah. So I don't think there was even one time that Pantoja was close to being hurt or getting out of there. And I don't think the same. I think the same could be said for Erceg. I just thought Pantoja did better work overall. Thought he kind of BMF'd him, like, did just as good, if not more, work on the feet. And really, like, other than those 2 elbows, I don't know, like, other than hanging tough, which is definitely something to respect in that kind of situation. Like, yeah, I thought Pantoja got the better of him. Now, you can understand, like, if you were on Erceg, I'm sure you thought he won, but also realize you have to bake a little bit of your bias into watching that too. So that's why I can say, okay, maybe it was like 48-47 Pantoja and not 49-46. I can admit that maybe that's what the case, and I'm being a little biased with my scoring and just kind of hoping the Pantoja took that round, but I think you can say that Urseg bettors were doing the same thing. Which third round did Steve Urseg win? Because I don't think he did. So, but yeah, I can't mug him off, man. I did put a little bit too much on Pantoja by sub late, but I was up at that point and just kind of having a good time and freewheeling a little bit, but it didn't fucking just like a fucking drop of water in a fucking lake at that point. So yeah, Pantoja gets it done. Cash my 3-leg chalky all Brazilian Bonfim Michel Pantoja. Little bit of a sweat at the end, but the champ came through. Cannibal gets it done. And dude, this was just a nice little treat. Just such a pleasant surprise. Big shout out to my dude, Aaron the dog. Aaron was in the chat, in the pub chat Saturday night, and asked Big Show if he could get on stream and cash the Zhang Li live. And by God, if that won't exactly what he fucking did. My homie jumps on panel. It's like my debut on pub. And then like it was like almost like someone throwing you a surprise birthday party. You ever had a surprise birthday party thrown for you? Where it's like all your friends are just there all of a sudden. It's like all your different, like even like from different groups of friends. It's just like everyone's just like, oh shit, you're here too. It's like that's kind of what it felt like, dude. It was awesome. Awesome moment. Aaron made the Zhang Li a 6-legger this past week. And he fucking cashed it live on pub. So that was just a great fucking moment. Just like the fucking icing on the cake. So Aaron cashes the Zhang Li. And boys, cash that fucking Locker Room Talk podcast parlay. Oral B, Kaio, Pantoja. Great way to end the night. Great way to end the card. Just killer all around. Boys, my predictions were killer. 11-2. Even then, I was not even close. I wasn't even in the top 1,000. Not even in the top 2,000 of Tapology picks for this card. There were some really sharp predictors on these fights. And as good of a night as I had, I wasn't even close to winning the pub contest. Not even close, dude. Plus 830? 830 points? Oh my God for this baby. So shout out to the champ. First time champion, Virginia Tech Cowboy. Winning the pub contest. Wins the UFC 301 contest. 830 points. That is killer, dude. That's like, it was either like 12-1. At worst, it's 11-2 and getting all these methods of victory right. Like, that is a great night of predictions. So shout out to Virginia Tech Cowboy. First time champion. Know that shit feels good. Boys, sign up for the contest. If you're someone that does predictions, it's easy. It's free. You win $100 if you get the best score. Like, there was only 90 entries. That man, Jeff Slaughter giving away free fucking money every week. I've won it 3 times myself. I won it earlier this year in January. I'm going to win it again. I know I'm going to fucking win it again this year. But shout out to Vatech Cowboy. Let's go, Hokies. Good shit, man. Sign up next week. But that was what your boy needed. Creeping up into 63. Getting into the meat of 63%. Looking to get back to 64, which I was at last year at one point. Early last year. Fucking way early last year. Seems like fucking forever ago. But yeah, man, had a good night of predictions. And a good night of betting. Like I said, I'm not someone that bets a ton every week, but it was probably my best night of the year. Won almost 3 units. And I'd only, going into the fight night, like that evening, I only had a unit and a half on the card. And then I ended up putting another like unit with a few like late ads, and I don't think I did any live betting, like live line taking, but yeah, I bet Aldo late right before the fight. Also did a hedge out Martinez and Urseg, and then I put half unit on Pantoja by sub. So yeah, didn't do super great with the late action, but it was playing with a little bit of house money, so it was all good. Had a great time. Subscribe to Pub Sports Radio. Check out the last UFC live betting stream. It was awesome. And yeah, your boy's in good shape. That was the big night that I needed, that I felt like I was due. Yeah, I thought I gave Urseg the 4th. I'll go back and rewatch it, but yeah, I agree. That's a great fight, man. That's a sick fight. Dude, hell of a debut, man. Was very proud to be there and have a good night live on stream. Be back next week too. Another episode of the podcast on Thursday. Be back on Saturday. Hopefully having another good night on UFC St. Louis coming up this weekend, boys. So I'm gonna hit the head real quick. I'll come back. I'm not gonna be on too much longer. Talk about UFC St. Louis a little bit. I have made a few bets. Talk about that for a second, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Go rest up. But I'll be right back. Smash the like if you haven't. Appreciate y'all being here. Noah, Bo. UFC St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis, where the gunplay rang all day, or something like that. UFC St. Louis. What a greasy fucking card. I thought this last card was greasy. Holy shit. It is greasy, and I have gotten greasy with it. I made 3 bets already. I'm only going to make 3 more, I reckon. Pre-flop or pre-fight, whatever. Yeah. UFC St. Louis, headlined by Derek Lewis and Rodrigo Nascimento. Where is there? It is. Let's look at this card, boys. It's greasy as fuck. The co-main, I believe, is it Buckley? Buckley and Nursultan. The main card is actually like, looks like some fun action fights. Like, I think that it's going to be Minifield Olberg, Buckley Nursultan, even like Rombeski Fajea. Those are going to be violent fucking fights, dude. Same with Waldo and Dispagna. Dispagni. That one, I mean, it has fucking brutality written all over it, man. So, dude, the under bettors are going to be having a fucking field day. The time prop bettors are just going to be fucking drawing up all kinds of fucking schemes and shit. That is just Greek to me. I just don't know anything about it. I'm terrible at betting time props. The only times I've ever done it, I have failed miserably, and I've done it more than once. So it's just not my shit. It is not my bag, baby. So yeah, I'm sure under and fucking time prop bettors are gonna be having a field day with that fucking main card. But the prelims, let's check the prelims. Most of my action so far is it's like half and half, I guess. I got 1 parlay, 1 fighters on the prelim, 1 on the main card, and 1 of my underdog bets is on the prelims, and another 1 on the main card. So yeah, half and half, literally. Undercard is greasy as fuck. Uh-oh. I see a couple coin flip spots. Oh, the baby. Make sure y'all tune in Wednesday, man. Aaron the Dog MMA and movie trivia. The coin will be brought. It will be brought out more than once. You better fucking believe it. Oh, yeah. Johnson Hadley is God, that fight is going to be so greasy. You want to talk about having greasy split written all over it, having like half of MMA Twitter just losing their fucking mind when they lose a split. Dude, there is not a fight in the fucking world that I could be happier to pass on than fucking Energy and Jake Hadley. No fucking thank you. No way am I betting on that fight. Goff and Trey Waters is greasy too. McKinney Rebovich, god damn. All right, here I got a couple bets, but dude, this is a greasy ass card. I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I don't chase losses, and I mean, maybe it's just stupid, but I don't chase wins a ton either as far as like loading up on the next card. I'm not loading up on this card. I don't even know if I'm going to bet 2 units, at least not before the fights. Maybe I take some live bets, or some like late action if I'm doing well. But other than that, I see myself kind of going a little lighter again, just because I don't know. I don't feel super duper confident. I do feel like there's some dogs, but with it being such violent matchups, honestly, I just feel like a lot of these fights can go sideways for you with all the, volatility involved. feel like St. Louis is an incredibly volatile card. Yeah, it's decent, dude, for like an action card. And I don't hold it to a pay-per-view standard either. I hold it to the standard of these other like Apex cards and shit. So yeah, this is par for the course. Giddy up. Let's fucking go. God, dude. Perpetual fucking thorn in my side, Sean Woodson. There are some fighters, man, where it just can't get right. You just call me can't get right because I can't fucking do it. It will be available. It will be. God bless America. Yep. Tune in Wednesday night to Aaron's show. Aaron the Dog MMA movie trivia. God damn it. All right. Here we go. These are my bets so far. I'll tell you what I think about these fights briefly and why I bet what I did. But I will also drop them in the order that I, chronological order. This was the first bet I made looking over the card. These are the two favorites that I feel the best about and that I didn't think too hard about. And I was just like, yeah, they're going to win. And if they don't, then they don't. But this is how I've been making. Every parlay that I've hit this year has been like this. Where I don't overthink it. Yep, that favorite's going to win. So is that one. So is that one. Boom, do it. And it's worked out more often than not. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I haven't gotten away from that. And I'm not getting away from it here. I feel like both of these dudes get the knockout, and this is going to be my chalky parlay. Cash the last one just this past Saturday. Bonfim, Fitness Consigliere Michel, Pantoja, chalky all Brazilian. Dude, a couple of those lines were minus 500. There won't one of them. Well, Pantoja was like minus 190 something. But dude, super chalky. I don't care. I didn't think about that bet for more than 2 fucking seconds. Just boom, 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 boom. Same with this one. I think Slava and Lewis both shadow realm their opponents. I think Hooper and fucking Nascimento are going to sleep. So that's mine. Just not thinking about it too much. Not loading up this week. But yeah. Talking about loading up though. I think Minifield is going to uncork a Shadow Realm sending to bomb on Olberg. And either send him to the realm immediately or just like club and sub him. I feel like, well, I can't say it's a higher level of Smith Petrino. It's kind of like one of those, I guess. Olberg does have some good wins. Petrino has some good wins, but it's like, I think there's some holes in Olberg's game. And I think that while I think Nikolai, whatever, Negamariano, I think that's a good win. I think that's probably his best win, honestly. But dude, he is the only fighter that has not beaten Fabio Cherant and finished him. He took Cherant to a decision. Everyone else smokes that dude when they beat him. There's only 3 other fighters, but I'm just saying. Fabio Cherant is not a UFC level fighter. And another guy where it's like, dude, this guy is deadly. And he does hit hard, man. He hits hard. Minifield has been knocked out. He got knocked out by OSP. So I get people not wanting to like back Minifield or like trust him as a dog, but he is a fucking dog, dude. He fights hard. Other than that OSP fight, he's never been knocked out before. And he fucking chucks bricks. He's got decent cardio for a lug like that too. Just a big muscle-bound motherfucker. Like, he can still go at a decent clip. And he carries the power the entire 15 minutes. Olberg's the cleaner striker. He's the better kickboxer. But hey, shout out to Lou Betcha, or excuse me, the desk of Lou Betcha. He brought up a good point in one of the chats. And it was, no, I can't think of it because I'm stoned. God damn it. I'm just completely blanking on what Lewis said. It was relevant to this though, and I'm gonna think of it. Just give me a second. It was about Minifield. It was about this fight. Oh, yeah. Now I've got it. He said something that I agree with, and that's like Jacoby. Yeah, you can make an argument that Jacoby is like the same level of kickboxer just about as Olberg. Like, neither one are super great. Jacoby's fought at a higher level. He fought fucking Pereira kickboxing. So, yeah, I mean, I think if he can fuck Jacoby up and almost knock him out, he can do the same to Olberg, who got knocked out by a blacklisted fighter, Kennedy Nzechukwu. That fucking fraud. Yeah. Knocked Carlos Olberg the fuck out. Yeah. Saying, dude. Zoe Minifield can do that same shit. And I got $10 that says he does just that. He does, man. He does. He has slightly underrated grappling. Being a big dude like that, being a big, like, superhero looking motherfucker, you're like, oh, dude, this guy can't grapple. Like, he's decent. Decent cardio, too. Hey, you know, you can make amendments. It's kind of like, Brother Noah, MMA to me is kind of like the universe. It's just like ever changing, ever flowing, like things that sometimes things change, opinions change. But dude, I'm with you. There's some fighters that I've done that where it's like, nah, I don't like he can even win fights, and I just not gonna do it. And I've done Kennedy, blacklisted. Whether he wins, he could go on. He could go on a 5-fight win streak, and I'm just gonna pass or fade Kennedy every fucking time. I'm never gonna bet on, even though I pick him, and that's what it is. It's not like the blacklisting thing for me is just betting. I'll still pick them if the matchup is favorable. Like, I'm still gonna try and get my pick right. But as far as trusting them with my money, nah, dude. Even my fucking cheap ass, nah. You ain't even losing me $1. Not no more. So, fuck it. But yeah. Give me Zoe Minifield, the not too old. He's what, like 36? Motherfucker's younger than me. Motherfucker's almost 5 years younger than me. For light heavyweight. That's nothing, man. Knock Olberg's fucking block off, dude. Another one where Zoe could be losing a lot of the fight and then just fucking detonate him. So let's go. That gets me all my money back. So that'll kind of be like the Anthony Smith play for me. I'll have a little action before that, but then that'll be the one. This is the other underdog that I took. This is my prelim underdog. Not going as heavy, betting half of what I put on Alonzo. But it's kind of the same deal. I think Gooden could get a knockout or just lay the heavier lumber. It's in St. Louis, dude. I know what Gooden's from like Atlanta, but come on, man. It's in the United States, Middle America. The crowd is going to probably be in Gooden's favor, I expect. But, neither one of these guys are super duper well known, and it'll be on the prelim. So, yeah. But I would have to think if anyone was going to be favored by the crowd, it would be Gooden. And yeah, I think he's the more dangerous striker. Jussier, the cleaner striker, probably. And, more technical, more well-rounded striker. Like, he uses more, techniques and, yeah, just a little more versatile of a striker. But I think Gooden hits harder. I think he's a better boxer. And I think he might have the grappling advantage, dude. And I think I get fraud vibes from Jussier. I've backed the dude before, and I've been, successful. I think I've only bet him once, but I think I parlayed him.
and I picked him a couple times, but I don't know, man. And I'm not going crazy with it. Gooden's kind of a jobber, and Juicy A could win a decision, but yeah, I think Jared Gooden could nick a split by doing the damage and having the more significant moment, the ooh ah moments where Juicy A maybe does a stanky or something. But I mean, I could see Juicy A winning a decision. I could see him, hurting Gooden and knocking him out. Like Gooden's, he's got quite a few losses. He's been stopped before, but yeah, I kind of get fraud vibes from Juicy A. I don't know. But again, this is on a card where I'm not going heavy. I'm going even lighter on this than Minifield. So, just a little something to start off the night. And I do also like a certain prop. And it's going to be on the main card. So that will be probably the last bet that I make because of when they drop the props, like the time of the week that they do it. So that'll probably round out my slate. I will tail the Zhang Li that just fucking hit this past week, boys. Definitely tailing the Zhang Li. Looking to make it 2 weeks in a row. And looking to hit the Locker Room Talk podcast parlay 2 weeks in a row. So we'll tail the Zhang Li, construct a parlay with the boys on the podcast Thursday. And then I imagine if the prop is available on Thursday, I'll just bet it during the podcast live during that. If it's available. And it should be, I think, because it's the main card. So it should be available Thursday. And then, yeah, man, that'll probably be my slate. So this is me so far in the order that I bet them. My chalky parlay and a couple dogs that I like. Let's fucking go. But that's going to do it for me, boys. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Noah, Bo, y'all are the shit. Have a good week, man. This one's for y'all. Shout out and salute to the mighty, mighty Dome. The best group chat in the whole wide fucking world. The Dome is strong. I will be back on this channel Saturday to pregame with One Moise audio. And speaking of that too, and this is my fault. I cannot blame Moise for this whatsoever. I was in a tizzy Saturday, rushing through the pregame, and I did not ask Moise what the carousel fight was. So I don't know who got the carousel. If I had to guess, if they're like 2 cents, who do you think Moise would have made the carousel fight for 301? I would think it would be Smith Petrino, and that Petrino would get the carousel, but that could be a little confirmation bias talking. But yeah, man, shout out to Moise. Sorry about that. But yeah, tune into the pregame Saturday for UFC St. Louis, and then follow your boy over to Pub Sports Radio for the fights. Be another live betting stream. Looking to make it 2 good weeks in a row, boys. See if old TC can get the hot hand. But y'all are the shit. Have a good fucking week. See, yep, that's all I got. I'm gonna skedaddle. But yeah, man, hope to see y'all Wednesday night on Aaron's show. Check out the podcast on Thursday. Oh yeah, Thursday night, usually around 8 or 9, is when the podcast premieres on YouTube. And it's on Pub Sports Radio's channel. So check that out. Subscribe to Pub Sports. You can now find your boy there every Saturday night
with the homies, watching the fights, calling the fights, betting the fights. Yeah, let me get this. Let me get the outro going. Hell, I started with it. I'm gonna end it with it too. Yes, indeed, gentlemen. That will do it for today. I said, apologies for the late start. I felt like death warmed over this morning, but the show must go on, and I appreciate y'all coming through. This past Saturday really did kick ass. Very happy to be part of the Pub Sports Radio family. So subscribe to Pub Sports. This Thursday will be a new episode of the Locker Room Talk podcast. Going to make a parlay. Looking to hit it 2 weeks in a row. So download the podcast anywhere, the newest episode. Tune in for the live YouTube premiere. Like I was just saying, every Thursday night on Pub Sports Radio's channel. It also plays live on Talking Hands and then premieres later. Dude, if you're not subscribed to this channel, do something better with your fucking life. The Zhang Li cashed once again, boys. You want to talk about having a fucking hot hand? My dude, my IRL friend, Aaron the dog, cashed the Zhang Li once again. It's hit like 4 or 5 times this year. Looking to make that 2 weeks in a row. Make sure y'all tune in Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Check out the last episode, Lucky Locks, giving out the Aldo blessings. So yeah, man. Shout out to those boys. Shout out to Lou Betcha. Been coming around a lot more lately. So shout out to Lou. Shout out to y'all, man. The fucking Dome, the greatest group chat in the world. Y'all are the shit. Y'all are the shit. And I hope you have a good week. And I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it on your stomach. I will. Bye.